let me go first, and which means he had to be like earns my money or even pursue art in Singapore in the first place. Younger, and there will always be people who are old and the other ones too competitive. But I mean, like easier entry jobs like sales either pay too little or I'm just like, oh, self-love, self-admiration. You've seen it, the title, I'm unemployed. At age 27, most of my friends are achieving and climbing up the corporate ladder. And once again, I'm lost. But you know what they say? It's okay to get lost once in a while because that's when you find ourselves. Hi everyone, my name is Lynette. I'm 27 years old this year. Holy smokes, that's 3 years to 30. I did my bachelor in psychology and sociology, and ever since graduation I have had 3 full-time jobs. The first one is a full-time dance instructor, followed by a special needs educator, and recently I just graduated from being a video editor for Calvin Learns Investing. Wow, I know. Sometimes I think that I have so much side hustle and I have so much skills, but how come it's so hard for me to find a full-time job, you know? I'm good at video editing, I can teach dance, teach guzheng, also can teach literacy and numeracy, but why is it so hard to find a full-time job? Maybe my degree sucks. So what happened to my previous job? If most of you know, I was previously a video editor for Calvin Learns Investing. However, last month, April, he had to let me go because he has to cut back on his budget due to the decrease in sponsorship, and hence, he did inform me in advance and I had a really pleasant time working with him. However, he is unable to afford a full-time video editor now and he's all by his own. I've been working with him since last time October, since kind of like in the midst of my solo travel, and since then it's been around like 7 months till last April. I also did an interview with him where he asked me some questions about my finance and I talked to him. I interviewed him asking him some deeper life questions, and yeah, there was actually a very sarcastic comment on one of the videos asking, let's see how long she'll last in this job. So spoiler alert, he's the one that let me go first and I'm not the one that quit first. Alright. I forgot to say, look at my makeup today. I'm going Bali later and this is the vibes. I'm really vibing my pearl accessory, pearl little things on my eyeshadow. It's actually a new decor, but I put it on my eyes using fake eyelash glue. Self-love, self-admiration. When I first got into this job of video editing, I knew that it wasn't gonna be like a long-term job, because long-term job means like career progression, which means you had to be like in a specific field, right? Special needs teaching didn't work out because they wanted to bond me and I'm Lynette. I hate to be bonded. Freedom is the way to life. Yes, I mean, I really enjoyed my time in special needs. However, I felt like it was pretty hard to balance my passion and money. Oh my gosh, I feel like putting this out there, in if my future employee was to see this, I'll be dead. Dance instructing didn't work out very well as well because after 6 years of doing it, I figured that it's better to keep dance as my passion. If not, it would really like be the death of it because I'm someone that's so passionate. So it's really hard to do passion as my job unless, I mean, in Singapore, scene is very limiting, so unless I can really be living my dreams, of course I have to hone my skills harder and be a greater dancer, blah 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 blah. Yeah, you get what I mean? It's just not very viable to even pursue art in Singapore in the first place. But somehow I'm feeling immense stress from this unemployment, unlike other times. I think mainly because this choice wasn't by me. I'm kind of like fired. Right, like when I left my special needs job to go traveling, it was my decision. Money was going out and not coming in, but it was my decision. I was fine, and maybe because I had a little more savings during that time, so I was fine. Especially now that I'm in my later 20s. I hate to talk about age because, you know, there will always be people like so much younger and there will always be people who are older and they'll be like, oh, are you telling me that you're old or like you're really old? Yeah, but in my later 20s and being in Asian culture, I hate to say that I do not feel the need. I do not feel the stress of this stupid Asian culture and pressure to be achieving, unlike my friends. I can no longer use the I'm still young, I'm still exploring. You know, it's alright to take a few years and take it slow and do what I want, even though I feel like it would be a lot more acceptable if I was like born in a different country or different culture. Yeah, it's like, it's just, you're 27, you can't even like focus on a certain field that you want to develop, and like, you know, I shouldn't be starting from an executive role again. I should already be like advancing, but branching into so many new industries which I have no relevant or previous job experience is like, where do I start? And I don't know. But life is like a slice of pizza in the advertisement. When you look at it, it looks delicious, but a lot of times when we eat it, it's actually not as good as how we thought it would be. So it's the same when we are envying someone else's life. Think of that pizza, you know, it looks good, but maybe that person is not really enjoying their life too. You never know. Another reason why I'm stressing so much is that I think after running away for so long, I finally have to face the problem of like, who am I, what do I want to work as, and you know, where. You tell yourself not to settle, to not go for like a mediocre job and really hope that someone would value you as a person and not get a pathetic pay and become another complaining Singaporean. Keep isolating my head. But as a psychology and sociology major, many roles are just not accessible to me. Like, I don't have the but as a psychology and sociology major, many roles are just not relevant to me. I don't have the skills to enter tech, engineering, accounting, management, and a lot of simpler jobs. I don't mean simple, but I mean like easier entry jobs like sales and HR. All these are like not things that I enjoy, and I meant like really dislike. So I'm unwilling to go into this field. One's too boring and the other one's too competitive. Another problem is that I'm not exactly at this phase to call myself a fresh grad or go for internship, since I have graduated for like 4-5 years and I do have like 3 years of working experience. However, my experiences do not add up to my future job role. And I've been searching jobs all day, looking through the job description requirements. They either pay too little or I'm just like overqualified. You know what I mean? Or I could be underqualified, but basically it's so hard to find a job that matches my degree, psychology and sociology. To all the companies hiring out there, when hiring, look beyond skills and see if the candidate knows how to enjoy work, because I believe that I have a great personality. Selling myself out here to my future employee watching this video. Yeah, I believe I have a great personality and I am able to enjoy most of the things I do. So yeah, because if the person is able to enjoy work, they will be more successful than those who don't. You know, I'm not just here for the money, I'm trying to enjoy my work. My friends can vouch for my A-star personality in finding joy and enjoyment in the simplest things in life. Type 4 Enneagram. Too much info about myself. Oh no. So what does being unemployed at 27 means? Hang on, did my jewel drop out? Okay, no it didn't. So being unemployed at 27 is kind of like the age where you're supposed to be knowing what you're doing. So in terms of government grants, right, you're too old to be eligible for any grant or too young to have any support. So basically none, no grants. And then it's the age where being unemployed, people would ask you, hey Lynette, so what have you been up to nowadays? Push-ups? Yeah, to set context, is because I have been like doing a daily push-up challenge, and that's the only thing I post on my social media, and people know I'm unemployed, so I'm actually shameful to like explain the things I'm doing. I mean, I'm enjoying my life and trying to make it very purposeful, reading more books, but it just seems like I'm not doing anything I ought to be doing at age 27. You realize it's shit when you want to go shopping but you don't have money to buy the stuff, and when you go and dine in restaurants with your friends, you start to look at the price. So you tend to order like cheaper items on the menu, and you opt out drinks because drinks are so expensive nowadays. It costs like a meal or more than a meal. Worst case is when like you reach that point where you cancel appointments with your friends because you don't want to spend that money, or like you really see all the money going out and not coming in, and it stresses you so much that you can no longer enjoy eating at restaurants with friends. Or like basically every activity in Singapore requires you to use money, right? Like watching a show, going to somewhere, entrance fees. So it just sucks to not have a job. It's not that I don't have savings, but I need income flow. The past 3 years of being financially independent has really made me develop some habits, healthy or unhealthy. I feel like it's my say. However, my recent life, I feel like I've reverted back to my secondary school days where I really have to save up or like think twice about ordering bubble tea or choose a cheaper alternative or like get medium size. I mean, that's great because it's healthy. Yeah, you know, look on the bright side. Look at me, I'm such an optimistic person. Yeah, but I'm questioning myself, like, why do I have to live like that when I'm no longer in secondary school? In fact, my age is like twice of it. Being so freaking free when your friends are busy clocking in hours in and out of the office every day, being so tired from work. Like, come on, I want to be productive. I want to be tired from work as well. So moving forward, what am I going to do? Since I have so much more free time now, I'm definitely going to ramp up my production in terms of content creation. I'm on all social medias now, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I don't know if there are other social medias. I'm sure there are, but I really can't manage with this amount of accounts and passwords. I really suck at that. Trying to not show my age. So I'll be more active around all these areas too. At least for all the things I dread doing, I really enjoy content creation, talking about my life, and building a community with you guys. So my goal is to bring authentic contents that are genuine yet inspiring to all of you, because I love to talk about matters of the heart, and I hope that by being vulnerable, it inspires you to, you know, not be too harsh on yourself. Let's learn to support each other and judge lesser. More love! Ending this video with a quote that I recently read from a book recently. It's called When You Slow Down. It's called Things You Can Only See When You Slow Down by Min Sun Min. Min Sun Min. Keep your thoughts positive because your thoughts become your words. Keep your words positive because your words becomes your behavior. Keep your behavior positive because your behavior becomes your habits. Keep your habits positive because your habits becomes your values. Keep your values positive because your values become your destiny. And that's all for my video today. I hope that you guys kind of feel maybe not so alone with my sharing. I wouldn't say inspired. Yeah, I don't think my situation is inspiring at all. But yeah, just to let you know that you're not alone and I'm here with you. Thank you for watching. Remember to support me in my future journeys. I love you guys. Goodbye.
Pika Pikachu, Pika Pika.